from the prior administration based on fear and hate that do not reflect our American values. With that, I yield back the balance of my time. At this point, I recognize Mr. O'Halloran from Arizona for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to strike the last word. The Secretary of Homeland Security has been failing the border states like Arizona for some time. I've been to the border several times, most recently in May of this year. We need a more routine and substantive updates from the administration and the Secretary, and to work with Congress and with border states to fully address the issues at the border. Title 42 is an issue that needs to be resolved and needs to be addressed. And I think it would go further to be able to do that if we had more information. What I heard there from the Border Patrol and others was an overwhelming lack of communication, lack of coordination, and overall confusion among different federal agencies. I've been engaged with NGOs in Arizona to ensure that those treated at federal facilities are treated humanely and their claims are heard as quickly as possible. We need a process down there and a court system that is going to work for the processing and the completion of cases. I have sent several letters to the Secretary throughout the last year, and to date, have not received any response on any of these issues. The Secretary owes the Congress and the public a response on what's going on at the southern border, both from the humanity situation and from the security of our border. This must be more detailed and more intensive than the short 20-page memo that was released in April of 2022. The situation at the border is complex and requires more attention than the Secretary has provided so far. We need for DHS to detail how many additional Border Patrol agents are needed to be hired, how will they train and retrain their existing workforce, and how will they coordinate with NGOs and the court systems and others at the southern border to ensure that there is the capacity to deal with the increase in migrants. We're dealing with human beings, people that are going through trauma and stress, and we must be able to do that in an appropriate way that's commensurate with the great nation that we live in. I once again ask my colleagues, thank my colleagues for introducing, or I'm sorry, for addressing immigration issues. But in the end, we have to stop this political discussion and get to reality. We have to get a comprehensive policy dealt with that is meaningful to both sides, done before, it has been done before, and needs to be done again, because the bill from 2013, at minimum, should be the framework for moving forward. Otherwise, we are going to continue to be here and not be able to resolve this issue, whether it's Title 42 or any of the other many issues dealing with this issue for some time. And that is not in the best interest of our country, the best interest of the people involved, nor is it in the best interest of our ability to be seen in the world as the great country that we are. And I yield.
Thank the gentleman. Does anyone else want to